the voodoo was more or less brought here from the Haitian, yeah.
Yes.
And that's how it all got started down here, was through Haiti immigrants. And I thought that was pretty. I never knew that.
Yes. So actually, before I get into my shit, that fucking transitions me into a really fun topic since we're on the witches. So do you know much about zombies and shit like that in Haiti?
No, I don't.
All right, so
I never heard of that.
It's super interesting. I've watched and done a lot of research on it because there's something to it. And a lot of times it's bullshit, but it's interesting, the bullshit cases even. So back in the early 1900s, you can look this up. There's actual pictures of one of these zombies. And back in the day, some of these Haitian people would fucking supposedly bring back people from the dead and shit. But it turned out some of it was just trickery. They would actually drug certain people, these Haitian voodoo doctors, and they would go into like a coma and shit because they just poison them with the right amount of shit. They'd go into a coma, and then everyone think they're dead. So they're like, oh no, we gotta bury him. Shit, they'd bury him. And then the Haitian dude who poisoned them knew, oh, they're not fully dead. So he went back, he would unbury him, he would take them back to his farm. When they'd wake up, they'd be basically zombified because he'd keep them doped up on some other fucking kind of tranquilizer or something like that.
Yeah.
And so then he'd just keep them on his farm. So he had like a farm. Actually, this happened multiple plantations in Haiti, but they would have these Haitian plantations with these zombies, but it was just people who thought they're dead and then brought back to life, and then the Haitian dude would even trick them, hey, I brought you back to life, you need to work on my fucking farm now for the rest of your life. So crazy shit like that. But one of them actually escaped. One of them left the farm. Lady got off the farm, found her brother, and her brother like kind of traced her steps basically and found out. And so they made it a law in Haiti. You cannot make zombies. No zombies in Haiti. That's an actual law. But there is a case or two, if you really look into it, some people do make actual, like, zombies. Somehow they, again, with chemicals and shit like that, they will fucking rewire their brain and shit like that. So, anyways, you remember Miami, 2011 or something?
I was just about to say, remember that dude in Miami? That like eating that dude's face or that chick's face? Yeah.
So, did you know that guy had no bath salts in him?
I was going to say it was from bath salts, but...
Yeah, no, he had no drugs in his system.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I know no one wants to talk about that. And then another case like that happened 2 years later. Another black guy, I think he was possibly homeless too, but he viciously attacked two teenagers outside their house. And he like almost bit off one of their faces and shit. And they like stabbed the fuck out of him. And he didn't feel any of it. Wow, crazy. Anyways, they tested that dude. Nothing in his system, maybe like a tiny bit of marijuana or something like that. Otherwise, he was clean.
Yeah.
They started to find out that they think those were dudes that were being experimented on by some Haitian voodoo doctor. He was like making zombies and sending them out. And he was in Florida though, and he was just sending out like in the swamps. He was like chilling and abducting homeless people and drugging them, making them zombies and shit. So since there's no drugs in their system, they thought he had to have been doing actual voodoo on them. That's why no one like talks about it and shit. But if you look into
that is crazy how something like that just kind of got pushed under the...
Especially the second case. No one talked about that second case, really. So